Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, Real Estate Jerky Daily. How's it going, Mike?
Good. I was smiling earlier, but it took so long for it to go live. My face got tired. How was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was good. We had nobody over.
And you had surf and turf?
Yeah, we did lobster and filet mignon.
Man.
I hadn't had filet and mignon in so long. I was like, oh, it tastes like ribeye caps. Oh, it tastes like the way I cook ribeyes.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's really good.
Good.
Oh, it's been a while, and it was just us, so we went and saw Knives Out new movie that's out, and
Knives Out 7 or Knives
whatever,
Out 3.
3. I think it's 3. Which it was. In the beginning, we were like, I could go take a nap because it's slow. It's not like the other one. And I told Marcia, I was like, that's the problem, with the other ones we saw at the house. So it doesn't matter.
Right.
But this is just, and I said, when I saw the Predator movie.
Oh, how was that?
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Was that where he was on a new planet and he had to go after these big, large animals?
Right. And then he realized it's not the most important thing to kill animals.
Oh. Because he fell in love with half that woman, that robot or whatever it was.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're going out killing predators anymore aliens after that one.
Oh,
no, there's going to be another one. So,
of course there will be.
Yeah.
If it's quasi successful, we hit a good one. Let's do it again.
Yeah. Well, that's, Rocky was the first one they realized that. Oh, You mean you can do sequels?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means Rocky 7.
So other than that, I hadn't opened my computer. I didn't do any work. Normally I do work throughout there. I take it back. I had to talk to a client on Friday for a few seconds. Yes, you can do that. Okay, thanks. All right, that was it. And then
Nice.
and that was nothing on Saturday. So it was weird taking like 3 full days off from doing anything.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I fixed the gate because it was the wetness got the wood
swollen.
Yeah, and then it was actually moving a little bit because it should have been braced to begin with. So I braced it and did that and put a couple of reefs up. And
the new gate out here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because the way that it's built, nobody cares but you and I right now. They're going away.
Yeah.
But it's screwed into the concrete, right? So the post is into one of those things. And
right, a bracket.
But that's not enough to hold a post forever.
Right.
So I just put a brace on the top against each side. You can't really see
it
it walking in, and now it's perfect. Should have been there to begin with, but anyway,
hey,
not going to complain.
You're building. At least you know how to fix it.
Oh, I know how to build it too. It's just sometimes I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
All right. So that was all I did.
What did we actually have reports today?
ISM Manufacturing.
Oh, that's right.
Which stands for
I Search More
Institute of Supply Management.
Oh, that's right.
I knew you were going to ask that, so I just had it ready just in case.
Well, you had it ready last time.
And no, I didn't have it ready on Friday, and you gave me a lot of,
on Wednesday, which was our Friday.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
All right. So I just have a little bit. Guess how many houses came on the market last week?
This is going to be national.
Yes, inventory
listing
nationwide.
Inventory nationwide. We're at 845,766.
Nope, 817,297. We're down another 13,000.
Oh my gosh!
Before you know it, next week we'll probably be in the 700s.
700s, which will be a kind of a first.
Well, the thing is, it's just the time of the year is
right.
Usually they don't list as much because holidays. I'm not saying people don't list and don't have to sell their house. They do. Right. And that's basically what I'm seeing right now is people who are on the market need to sell. And if you don't need to sell, I don't want to tell you to take it off the market, but I would.
Yeah. You know what? If the house is vacant, leave it on the market. If you aren't getting any showings, leave it on the market.
If it's vacant, rent it.
No, don't do that. Okay. I want to sell this one.
ISM. So I'm just going to go with the one report we have today. ISM Manufacturing, which is the Institute of Supply Management.
Cool.
Right?
Yep.
No, that's not right. Yeah,
that's what you said.
Yeah, okay, I was right. For a second there, I thought I was wrong, but I'm never wrong.
Never, ever. Except that one time.
So it came in November at 48.2, way below the expectations of 48.6.
So what does that mean?
I'm going to get there.
Okay.
This marks the 9th consecutive month of contraction in the manufacturing sector.
Okay.
A reading below 50 indicates contraction, and this persistent weakness is another sign that economic momentum is slowing.
Okay.
Manufacturing remains a drag on the GDP growth and could further justify continuing Fed to ease in the 2026 period into next year. So what that means is people aren't manufacturing. There's not a huge demand. You wouldn't know that with the Black Friday, which was up like 9%, the highest ever.
Right.
And then today is the Cyber Monday, which doesn't really matter because everybody bought online on Friday.
There's not much more else they could buy.
So the other reports we have this week is Wednesday, mortgage applications, ADP job report, and then ISM service index. That's going to talk about the services, not the manufacturing.
Okay.
Because we talked about manufacturing today.
Right.
Thursday is initial jobless claims, Challenger layoffs. That tells us how, in the private sector, how many people have been laid off. Friday is core PCE report, which is, the Fed's favorite inflation gauge. And then we're just really watching what's going to happen, when the Fed meets this month on the 13th, is it? Whatever, 12th or 13th. Yeah.
I think I want to say 13th. When do we get JOLTS?
Whenever they send it out.
No, they haven't sent it out yet.
Yeah. So, remember, the government was closed.
Yeah, I remember that.
For business.
For a couple days.
Yeah. President Trump has chosen his next Fed chair, but won't tell anybody who it is.
Oh, because he hasn't really chosen it.
Well, the top three candidates are Christopher Waller, current Fed governor, Kevin Walsh, WARSH, former Fed governor, and Kevin Hassett, who is the NEC director. The question is, who is it going to be? I don't have a clue.
Well, wash is what you do to your clothes if you're from Oklahoma.
No, that's what my mom used to say. Go wash the clothes all the time.
My mom said too. Go wash your clothes.
Yeah. So what? Black Friday hits a record $12 billion in sales. 9% up from last year.
They should call it Green Friday.
Well, the question is, how is this funded? Heavily reliant on credit cards.
Yeah.
And then
it's going to add to that debt.
Yes. And that's what they're talking about. Consumer debt service will start to bite in first quarter next year. Mm-hmm. And we're going to see how that affects overall the numbers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I got nothing. I
know you don't got nothing. That's okay.
We have a new referral form that we have to have the buyer or the seller sign.
Ooh.
So
you had a form to begin with.
So I know it's called a referral agreement. So they do. So we're totally, what does it says? Transparent.
Yeah.
I don't think my clients care, and my clients know.
Well, the reason is they want to know who's getting what money out of the commissions, and it's for the seller to know and the buyer to know, because that was a whole lawsuit.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Guess what? It's just
so everybody knows everything that's going on. Because look at what's going on in where's the jazz hands dude from? The guy that was trying to be vice president,
Tim Waltz, Minnesota.
Yeah, thank you. Huge freaking
Tampon Tim.
Yeah, the huge thing there that's going on right now. They found out that so much money was stolen out of the what was the pandemic funds and everything.
The COVID funds.
Yeah, went to Somalia and all this other stuff.
And we're talking millions and they did millions of dollars. Almost billions.
Yeah, well, and the issue is the fact that they didn't investigate because they didn't want to be thought of as being racist.
What?
Yeah.
Because it was going to Somalia?
Correct. Because
what the hell?
That's the accountability. Everybody should be under the same accountability, period. Everybody. Everything we give money, and that's the problem about giving money and giving money and giving money. They don't make it accountable somehow. And that's how people get away with stealing money. That's...
Well, so many politicians get into politics and become corrupt because it's so easy.
Oh, that's okay. That's to say they're corrupt. They just get a lot of money. Where we can't state that they're corrupt because we don't really know.
It's corruption. I'm going to state it. I'm going to go out on a limb.
All right. Well, that was the last time Mike Kelly was on the road.
We haven't seen him since.
Yeah, he's gone missing. Yeah. If you see him out there, let us know.
We think he's sleeping.
They're thinking next year rates are going to be better, house prices are going to be lower, and people are going to be buying. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, somebody threw out Jerome Powell on a reel this weekend, and I had to go back and watch it again and then search for a date. And he's like, yeah, and that's why we're going to go ahead and drop it a quarter. And he was talking about December, but I think it was probably last year.
Yeah, well, somebody dropped the Mr. Newsom's what you could do for Thanksgiving during the pandemic the first year, how you could only be together outside. And you could only be grouped for 2 hours while he was at the French Laundry.
Exactly. Drinking and smoking without a mask on, with all his buddies
And that's that's about when you have absolute power, like California has a one-party state, and you can corrupt and do everything. I'm not saying everybody is. I'm just saying you just allow it to happen because there's no checks and balances because of what's in there. And when you're worried about checking something because you could be perceived racism or whatever you think, that is right there's the problem.
Yep. Democrats have a propensity for saying, if you say something they don't agree with, well, you're just a racist.
Well, that's the left really bad.
Yeah.
But it's just their way of shutting you down, and that's how it's been. And we need to get past that and move on. Everything needs to have check and balances.
Kick them in there.
Because the problem is they spend all that money elsewhere, but they don't spend it on vets who really need that money.
Exactly.
And the vets who fought for this country and are injured and trying to get their benefits are even worse, and that's a problem.
Exactly. And in mental health. Yeah. The second one, where people are so screwed up. I mean, there was another murder from a parolee, or not a parolee, but a person obviously crazy. This weekend.
That Stockton was a gang member thing.
I'm talking about the guy that drove across the United States to go over and shoot at the National Guard.
But the problem with that guy, he wasn't even
a citizen.
Yes, he was illegal.
Yeah.
But he was brought in under asylum when he came over from Afghanistan, all those planes, and they weren't vetted. There was no way to vet those people there's no documents to vet people.
Yeah. And the rhetoric that's going on whipped him up into a frenzy. And hey,
I don't think it whipped him up in a frenzy. I think he was already whipped up, and that was his purpose to be here.
Exactly.
Because if you don't vet people to let them in, they got to love this country, not hate this country. And if there's some place that's war torn, you got to do double checks on it.
Well, we got 3 or 4 senators who hate this country. They need to be out.
I think
they hate this country.
No, they hate it so that they can keep getting money from it.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's what they do.
I've become so rich.
All right, well, let's get back to real estate, shall we? So get off the political thing.
Not so many listings on the market. A lot of people are working. I'm going to see a lot of people at the office today. I know. Because I've been to the office before.
Have you?
Yeah. You got a couple offers this weekend?
Well, I'm waiting on them to see, because one was a counter, and if he's going to accept it, I'm like, well, counter him back. What are you going to do?
I was supposed to show property Friday, and the lady I was going to show it to, she called and said, you know what? I don't even have my home on the market yet. I said, you told me you had cash. Oh, after I sell my home. I said,
where's her house at?
In Fresno.
Oh.
Fresno area. I said, well, you need to do that first. You need an agent. No, I got an agent here. Okay, cool.
Cash is when it's in the bank, buddy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even though my fully underwritten pre-approval letters say it's just like cash.
What is it? Close.
Well, yeah, it's the same money.
All
right, that's all I have for today. We can keep going and keep talking about nothing.
And we would.
Yeah.
The
biggest thing is stop worrying about where the market is. Just if you need a house, get out there and buy it now.
It's so
the
perfect.
Opportunity right now
is huge.
Yeah, because when people are afraid and they don't want to do it is when you should be doing it. And that's,
And we're talking about buying homes.
Yes. Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, if it's selling a house, buying a house, whatever, buying real estate, whatever it is, do opposite of what other people do.
And I got a neck pop.
There you go. All right. I'm just glad the Broncos won yesterday. So we're right now for another probably 12 hours. We're at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly pleased with the Niners winning yesterday, and it was an easy peasy win. So
yeah, we thought the Commanders people ever thought the Commanders was, but the new quarterbacks are really good.
Yeah, so. I thought the Commanders was going to be an easy peasy win too, and then I'm like, oh my Lord,
I didn't.
They should just go back to Redskins. In fact, I was in PT today, and he said, "Oh, did you watch the Broncos game?" I said, "Yeah, my buddy's a huge fan," and so I watched it. And he goes, "God, the Redskins, they looked good." And I said, "That's so awesome. You say Redskins."
Yeah, well, they're supposed to go back.
Yeah, they should go back.
I just can't wait till 4. What's that? The Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan's movie.
Do you understand? Was it coming out of my mouth?
Yeah, that guy.
What was that?
Anyway, Trump asked them to do the Paramount to do 4, and they're going to bring them back. I can't think of the word now.
I'm going blank too.
Must be my age.
You're so young. All right, bye, kids.
All right, make it good, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, I don't know what to talk about today.
Yeah. All right, bye, guys.